When I look around the room and listen to the questions and discussions today, it's interesting. People are searching for something. So trying to get a sense of what the scale of the problem is, realising that it's almost impossible to define, but we have to head off in a certain direction, and hearing what other people are doing. The great activities happening at community level, at state governments, at cities. It really, I guess, gives people a sense of hope. There's a lot of things going on. What they're trying to do now, and what I think this framework will help us do, is actually corral that together or focus it so we have a more coherent approach to addressing our risks, our resiliency in this country in the forthcoming years.
So I think we have some scientific challenges, understanding at a very local level how climate change is going to change the risks we face in terms of the hazards. I also think some of the challenges are going to be about who pays for resilience, the old money question, that we need to resolve that and resolve that very quickly. I also think that some of the challenges we're going to face is just the sheer number of stakeholders we need to get into the room together, because it's a complex system. Lots of us are involved and have everything from land planning, building standards, how we sell insurance, who should be cross-subsidised, where we should be building new infrastructure, and all these questions involve a number of people, and we need to get everyone in the same room.
Reflecting on what was discussed today and the questions that were asked, there was lots of questions around community and how does it actually integrate into that local level. This framework's been introduced for the first time. It's a federal model. It's going to be integrated at the state and local, but then we spoke primarily around community and how does community participate with that. So I think that's probably the next phase of how to actually put this into practice. How does it look on the ground?
We need those regions really to be driving their own vision and policy agendas, and for government to come in and walk alongside those communities as we go forward and sort of facilitate whatever journey that they want to undertake.
I'm intrigued to get a better understanding on the connections between a strategic level framework. How is that going to translate all down to a technical and operational plan, and how's that going to be implemented into the community? I know there's disseminations of information, but how much of that information is actually cascade down in so-called better understanding of our community?
There are a whole range of decision support tools that CSIRO has developed in support of this framework that local government, business, communities, private sectors can actually pick up those tools and start to understand what does their local community value and how can they, within their context, apply this disaster risk reduction thinking.
There's guidance on assessing this systemic vulnerability. There's guidance on prioritisation of options and pathways, and that's where the options are very much about trying to reduce vulnerability as well as create economic impact. So
the really encouraging thing was to see the effort that's gone into designing the kind of practical tools that will help people start to focus on things in a whole range of different ways, whether it's from governance right through to sort of program planning. So I think that's a really, really positive piece of work. And whether the tools go to the boardroom or whether they go into into the workstations, that's where I think the next steps have to be, is how do we raise a profile of these tools, who's going to use them, and help people to take them on board and use them in their everyday work.